Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Divi added a little drop down module. If I click on this icon here, we've got a drop down. I built a little menu here. And this particular one I've made scrollable. We've been having some questions lately that people say, I've got too many links. How do I make my drop down scrollable like this one here? And of course, on tablet and mobile, if I hit my F12 key, here we have it on an iPad. They'll just be able to scroll with their finger up and down as they need to. Exactly the same on the phone. They can just put their finger on it, scroll down, tap on the one that they want. And of course, click on it, it's going to disappear. And just leave that icon. Really easy to do, no coding involved. Let's make a scrollable drop down. I've got this page open over here. Let's get rid of all this. And we'll start from scratch. I've got a section here, the blue tab. Inside I've got a little row, the green tab, with a little hero module in it. I'm going to hit the green button to add a new row. I'm going to use a single flex column for mine. Inside it, I'm going to throw an icon. And it's right there. I'm going to use mine for a menu, so let's search for a menu icon. And we'll throw that one in. Fantastic. Well, I'm not actually going to do anything to that. Obviously, you can decorate and make the size you want over in design here. Just click on the icon to change the color and size. I'm going to leave mine just as it is. What I'm now going to do is add a drop down to my icon. To do that, still in the icon, I'm going to go back to content, and you can do this with any module. Under content, you'll find elements. I'm going to hit add element. I want to use a module. You can even add a row if you want to, and you can add something from library if you want to. I'm going to use a new drop down module they added recently. And it adds it as a little dark block right there. The reason it's over to the left is by default it's justified to start. Now we're in the drop down. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, over in design and drop down, we can have it floating. Floating is fine for me. The other option is inline. We want to show drop down on, well, you can do it on hover. That will be tap on mobile devices. I'm going to do it on click. Drop down, I want it below because I'm going to put my icon up here in a moment. And this is what I was saying about alignment. It's aligned to the start at the moment. That's why it's on the left. You can put it center, or you can put it at the end if you want to. It's disappeared into the black over here. Let's just leave it center for the moment. Okay, we're in the drop down. Now we want to add the links and the menu items, or the pages, I should say. That's what I'm going to use for mine. You can use blog posts, you can use products, whatever you want. To do that, still in the drop down, let's go back to our content. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add an element to the drop down. This time I'm going to use another new Divi module called link. And it puts it in there. It just says text link. Now we've added the link to the drop down. I'm going to loop it. See, we're in the link module. Still in the content. If we go down a little further, we'll find loop. I'm going to switch that on. As you can see, it's added a bunch of links below. Now, what do I actually want to loop in mind? Not posts. I could do, I've got a few posts, but I'm going to do pages, so this is like a menu. So I'm going to get rid of the posts, and I'll left click and select pages. And if we keep rolling down, you can select specific ones if you want to and exclude ones. Down further though is the default, it puts on 10. So if you've got more than 10, you want to up this number. I don't know how many I've got. I'm going to put 30 in there. I've got quite a few. And as you can see, it's stretching down. But it's actually stretching down behind the content there, which is not a good idea. So we'll finish it off and get our correct page titles and everything in here. And then I'll show you how to pull it forward using Z-index. So I've upped it to 30 posts on this page. That's great. Now what I'm going to do, we're still in the link module. I'm going to roll back up to the top. Now that we've looped it, we can pull in some data. So under text at the top where it says text link there, right beside the grey writing, you'll see some icons. I'm going to use the one that looks like 3 little discs or a hamburger or whatever you like. Dynamic content. Left click on it. I'm going to loop the post title, which will be the page name itself. Although it says post, every time it says post here, because we've selected pages, it's going to be a page. So once I hit that, watch what happens. It's put in my page names there. And of course, when we click on them, they're going to go to those specific pages. But like I say, it's not going to do as much good if it's behind all that content here. Now to bring this to the front, I'm actually going to go into the row that everything's sitting in, which is our green tab, right here. I'm going to go over to Advanced. I'm going to roll down to Position. And here we're going to find a Z-index at the bottom. I'm going to put, let's put 4 9s in there, quite a high number, and hit Enter. And as you can see, it's pulled it on top. Now what Z-index does, for anybody that didn't know, anything with a low index will always appear behind something with a higher number. For instance, if this button had a Z-index of 20, and our menu had a Z-index of anything lower than 20, the button would appear on top. So that's why we've given it a nice big number to make sure it's on top of everything, as it's a menu type thing. And that's great. While we're here in the row, I'm going to put it where I want it, which is up on the top right hand side. So I'm going to flip it from relative to absolute. And we're still in position and we're still in the row. And it puts it on the top left hand side there. Now the reason it doesn't look like it's on the left hand side is we've got our icon and drop down positioned centrally in the row there. I'm going to throw mine over to the right hand side to get it into the corner where I want it. Let's go into the icon itself. Clicked on the icon, we're in the icon. Over in Design and Alignment, hit Right Align. It's just exactly where I want it. So let's now go into the drop down itself. Again, I clicked on the drop down, we're in the drop down. Under Design and under Drop Down, let's take it from center to end, and it's right under the menu where we want it there. Now, if you wanted to pull it out from the side a little bit, we could go back into our row, just click on the row, green tab. Remember, we changed the positioning of it in Advanced and Position. If you want a bit of a gap there, we can add it in vertical, horizontal offset right here. Let's give it 10 on each. Remember, this is where we put in that nice high Z-index number. That just pulls it off the side a little bit. Okay, well, to make sure that this is scrollable, because it's very long, and if we look at it now on a mobile phone, we won't be able to get past anything that's off the screen of the phone here, which is not going to work. So if I click on it, we're in the drop down. What I'm going to do now is give it a fixed height. So in Design, I'm going to go down to Sizing. Under height here, I'm going to have mine 80% of the viewable height of any screen that it's on. So let's put in perhaps 80 VH, viewable height. Or you can select it over here if you want to. Now if I roll down, you'll see that the black bit stops there at 80, but we've still got these crazy little links hanging off the bottom here, which is not going to work for us. Well, luckily, that's the next place we need to go. So we're still in the drop down. Over in Advanced, we need to go down to Visibility. I want to hide any vertical overflow, which is these links that are out of the dark area there. To do that, I'm going to click on Vertical Overflow, left click, I'm going to go down to Scroll. And it's added a scroll bar, so we can now scroll down to the rest of these. Like I say, on tablet and mobile, they'll just be able to scroll with their finger. Great! But of course we don't want to see this drop down at all initially. We only want to see it when they click on the little icon up here. So still in the drop down, still in visibility, I'm going to disable it on desktop, tablet and phone. Now before we add the interaction to the icon, I'm going to give a name to our drop down. So still in the drop down, and you'll see why I'm doing this in a moment. I'm going to go to Content, down to Meta. If you're a Divi 4 user, that used to be known as the admin label. And let's just call it drop. Call yours what you will. And the reason I'm doing this is now I'm going to go back into the icon by clicking on the icon. We're in there, as you can see. I'm going to go over to Advanced. This time I'm going to go down to Interactions. I'm going to add an interaction. On click. When I click on Target Module, it gives us the whole page as a tree here. So it makes it difficult to find modules. Because I gave it an admin label, there it is, drop, makes it very easy to find. That was the reason I did that. Great, well that's good. So let's save our changes now. I'll get rid of the preview that we have. And we'll re-preview on the front end. And as you can see, or as you can't see, there's no drop down here. When I hover over the icon, we've got our little hand icon because of the interaction. When I click on it, our menu's going to pop up. As you can see, we've got a scroll bar there so they can scroll it. Or they can roll down the page. It's going to cut off at 80% of the screen height there on whatever device they're looking at. And of course, on tablet or mobile, if I hit my F12 key, we click on it, it's going to pop up. And we can just roll down and see all of our links by scrolling down. Usual way you would with a phone. So there we have it. There is how to make your drop-downs scrollable and create a little floating menu with a scrollable drop-down. Really easy to do, and some fantastic new features that they've just added to Divi 5 here. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plenty more coming. Don't forget, if you have any questions about Divi 4 or Divi 5, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you if I can, or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.